I feel like it's good for you to have diversity. Like one thing I'm very proud of and happy that I was able to meet loads of people, loads of religions at such like at a young age. Because I feel like a lot of the time if you don't meet no one that's different, you're not gonna know no different. Same thing with having the thing with race. If you're not around anyone who's of a different race, you have no reason to interact with them. Right? So like you never know that girl, even though like you weren't the best of friends or whatever, I don't know. But like even though her just being a different religion in your school made ounces of difference in your life.
Yeah.
Just her being there and you being able to ask her a question. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I do get what you mean. I don't know.
Doesn't mean that it like changed your life, but it made a difference.
I don't know. I've just always been a person that's asked questions.
Yeah, but if she wasn't there, would you have ever asked her? Would you not asked her, but would you have ever been asking?
Yeah, anyone that's a Buddhist, I know in general, I would ask.
I don't think I've met. I don't think I've met a Buddhist since or a Sikh since then.
I don't ask dumb questions. Like I know what roughly you're supposed to ask.
You know, you ask respectful questions.
Yeah, like
yeah,
I don't go because there's people that ask the stupidest questions and they somehow they think it's not offensive. Yeah, I don't go over
I know firsthand, boy. When I tell you the questions that I have been asked, one thing that's funny as well, even though I'm very proud that I got to have that upbringing of that diversity, when you are the one who is the diverse one in the class, it is not fun. Yeah. I remember my teacher was like, oh, would you like to tell the class about being a Rasta? I was like, what do you mean would I like to tell the class about being a Rasta?
That's rude.
And like he didn't, like when I tell you, there was no, it was a normal RE class.
Like your religion show and tell.
Yeah. Okay. And then, and the thing is,
okay, I kind of understand why he said
I don't. It's just me. There's not multiple Rastas in my class.
No, but
it's just me.
But okay.
Am I the teacher? Is it show and tell?
Most people that are heavy.
Did you ask the Christians to do it?
Most people that are heavy in their religion, they're not. They don't know offensive questions. They don't know that certain questions seem offensive.
No, I know, but like, I could see in his eyes,
like and it even more pissed me off
because he was genuinely intrigued. Like, oh, would you like? No, I wouldn't. At the time, I was like 15. I wouldn't. I don't want to. Why would you ask me that? And it's like
in front of everyone as well.
Do you get what I mean? And then he would, and then. It's the thing where it wasn't even the fact that you asked. It's the fact that by you asking, you have now pointed it out to the rest of the class that I am not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what?
Or nowhere near the rest of them. Because like half the class was Muslim. Half the class was Christian or Catholic. I'm neither. Yeah. So it's now it's like, okay, you're different.
Yeah, pick on the
would you like to come up and speak? No, would not. I don't want to.
Boy. You know what that sounds like?
Show and tell. It was show and tell. Would you like to come and tell us about your frog?
You know in English when you read like Huckleberry Finn and that, and then they say the N-word in the book.
Yeah.
And you get all heated.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. It might as well have been a class full of white people and you've gone to the one black person. Would you like to tell us how it is to be black in England?
Yeah. Yeah. Talking about that though, I had a teacher. I wasn't in the class. My friend told me it was a history class. She said the M word came up. She said the M word, but when a swear word came up,
she wouldn't say it.
She wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
So the B word came up, and she said,
"I got one for you."
But she said the N word.
I got one for you.
And everyone was like, "So you can say." But you can't.
Right. So you can be offensive, but you can't swear.
This is going to blow you.
That makes so much sense.
This is going to blow you.
And then they explain it. Well, it's in the book, you know, because I have to give it. Okay,
yeah, but
the swear words are in the book.
So why not the same principle then?
They don't trust me because the way they think, if they just say it, it's not offensive.
Yeah, because it's in the book.
Imagine this. So one Arab boy in my secondary school, the first one that I went to, He said it. He said the N-word, didn't it? But I heard him. It was in the DT class. I was like, what? He went, yeah. I said, excuse. He said, yeah. I was like, cool. So me and him are wrestling now. Cool.
You fought him?
Yeah, 100%. I'm one of those guys. If you say it, it's like, bro, like, no.
We're not on that.
Okay.
Because a lot of people would
they just stay still. Yeah.
So obviously, they took me to a corner and they asked me, oh, like, what happened? And I said, he said the N-word. But obviously I said the N-word. So this idiot teacher, deputy the whole school, so she's a white woman. So she's gone, oh, so he said, I know, what? You're saying he said...
And she was repeating it.
And I went, yeah. In my head it's like, so you
Why
said
would
it now.
you? Yeah.
So then I told my parents and they went, she can't be that dumb. I went, no. She said
She is that dumb.
She is that dumb.
And nothing happened. He didn't get in trouble. He didn't get excluded. Nothing.
Yeah, no.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Gosh, I have some story. Was that secondary school?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, secondary school.
Reckless.
My primary school was good still.
So was mine, you know.
Yeah,
and mine was predominantly white and Filipino.
They just used to get my name wrong, which I don't understand. We had that conversation last week. But it's just like, I don't think teachers of secondary school students realize that we are much more self-aware than they think we are.
Yep.
So they feel like, oh, because of the age, I don't know if they consciously do it, but it's like, because of the age, I can get away with more than I would if it was a grown man on the street. Yeah. No, we are self-aware. Like, we know what it is that you're doing or that you think you can get away with. Yeah. And things are offensive. Like, you should not be singling people out on anything. If they're different, leave them alone. Yeah. Like, in no type of the sense should you be repeating words, even if they're in books. Shouldn't.
I need to ask you two question. You see, in your secondary school, did anyone experience any form of racism?
In my secondary school?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
You. I know either someone reported it or someone said it to a teacher and they've gone, it's 20 so-and-so, stuff like that don't happen. I know you've heard it or you know someone that's heard that in school.
Okay, what happened with my friend? It was a maths
They say
lesson.
it religiously, like that brushes the whole conversation under the rug.
Yeah.
No. Listen to this, yeah? My friend, my best friend, she's Nigerian. They're in a maths class, yeah? A Polish boy calls her a slave. Yeah? So she tells the maths teacher, I think she was Filipino. I'm not sure. She goes to the deputy head teacher. She's a white woman. Okay. And goes to the deputy head teacher. They take the boy out. They had a meeting with the parents. But then the deputy head teacher the deputy head teacher came to my friend and said, it's because he grew up in Poland and he hasn't seen a lot of black people.
That's not an excuse.
It's not.
That's basically pretty much the same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah. It doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, we used to have this conversation the other day. Yeah?
No, my school.
And because of that, he's probably still calling other people
He will,
slaves,
and he will continue to for that. There's no problem.
I don't think he got a categories like this detention. I don't think he got
nothing.
He got nothing.
Because they've said, oh, well, you're Polish, so we have to make, aware that you got special circumstances because you grew up in Poland. Crap, absolute crap. And the other thing that we used to have this conversation is, the other day, yeah, not to take away from what we're talking about, but I'm going to bring it back. Me and my mom was having a conversation, and my mom was saying something of like, when parents say, oh, be seen and not heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was saying that's a problem. Parents should be not saying to their children, be seen and not heard, because you're creating sneaky children.
100%.
Because you know what? When they get older and they tell you, well, I heard X, Y, Z because you told me to be seen and not heard. You can't tell them nothing. They know all your business because they were there being seen and not heard.
Yeah.
You did that, right? My mom was saying, oh, but it's the older generation, you have to. And I was like, no. Because you know what? As soon as we start allowing leeway for some things that older generations do, it's now everything. You're telling me I'm walking down the road and an old white lady can call me whatever she wants
100%.
just because she grew up in whatever time. Babe, you're here now. We're here. You grew up in Poland. You're here now.
Exactly.
Get with the program.
You're in a mixed school. Do you understand?
Get with the program and keep it up. Do you get? That's it. Like, those excuses make me so mad.
With my secondary school, like, I won't even say it was racism. There was just a lot of anti-blackness. Like, even with the hair rules. Because we was going to talk about hair today, but like...
No, we have to... Because what you're about to say, we're definitely going to, because I got a story that you need to hear. Trust me, she knows you need to hear this one.
No,
still.
so like, Okay, I'll say my experience later, but like hair rules, yeah. They said you have to have your hair tied back. I accept. You're not allowed cameras.
Yeah.
Weren't allowed cameras.
That's all I used to.
No, trust me, you got lucky, especially
real.
for girls.
Nah,
it is
you know what?
long.
You weren't
In
allowed
school, it's
cameras,
long.
and then I remember they tried to initiate. It wasn't successful, but they tried to say, you know, like how when you get extended braids, they tried to tell the black girls to make sure that it's shoulder length. Did your school do that as well?
Extensions.
Finish. I'll
No,
tell
his
you.
school was bad.
Finish.
Yeah, no, and that was, I think that was about it. But with my experience, yeah. So I remember going in, you know, we had a separate conversation about hair and like how we identify ourselves through our hair and stuff, yeah. So I remember when I went to the secondary school, like say year 8, everyone, all the girls, even though you have to have your hair tied up, a lot of them are having their hair down, like white girls, just straight haired girls, and curly haired girls were having their hair down. So I was like, you know what? I like to have my hair down too. Let me have my hair down. So then I had my hair down one day and then I'm walking to my next lesson. This same deputy head teacher, she pulls me out of the big queue of kids because we're going to lessons, takes me out and she's like, what's this? Like to me. I was like, it's my hair. She's like, oh, it's too extreme, it's too extravagant. You need to tie it up. Now, I can accept, I take accountability. I should have tied my hair up because it was the rule. But you don't need to say it's too extreme and too extreme. I was like, and I said to her, no, this is my hair. This is my natural hair. Like, it's naturally like this.
Yeah.
She's like, no, it's
Or like
it's
you've
too...
done something to it for it to be that big.
No, yeah,
Right.
for real. And that stuck with me for a very long time. That stuck with me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because that's bad.
No, it's so bad.
I think that's bad. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go for the. I'll go for the girls first because you lot would relate to it more, and then I'll go for the boys. So cool.
Oh, they pulled up black boys all the time.
For the girls now.
My cousin got kicked out because of his hair.
Just listen. So for the girls now, like you said, you can't have cane rolls. Your hair has to be tied up. Yeah. Cool. So with the extensions thing, you're not allowed extensions. Full stop. You're not allowed extensions. Full stop. And then even with your hair tied up, obviously, my school in my year specifically, there weren't really a lot of black girls, but the year up and the year down, there were a lot of. So like, say like you said with your afro, if there was a mixed girl with her afro, they'll send her home. It's not even they'll send her home, like go home.
Yeah.
Bro.
And then
They did.
like sometimes like, you know that awkward stage where you can't tie it, but you can't let it go down.
Yeah.
They'll be like, cut off. They'll
What?
be like, cut off. I swear down, they'll be like, cut off. They'll tell you to cut off. They will tell you to cut off. Because remember how I came out of a centre?
Yeah.
You know what centre is, isn't it? Came out of centre to go to my second school now. Cool. I had plats. They said, you can either go to all boys school or come to our school, but you need to cut your hair off. Me personally, I was going to cut my hair off anyway.
So it's like you're telling me. So
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not allowed to come into the school unless you cut your
I
hair.
slapped that under the rug because I was going to cut it off anyway. I was like, yeah, cool. No problem, cool. Cut my hair off now. Obviously, cut my hair off. I've got a fade now, innit? So I've got a level 1 skin fade. Cool. They've gone,
Jesus.
oh, you're not allowed that. I went, what do you mean? Like, you're not allowed that because you're new, we let it slide. Cool. So I've come into school. You know that stage where everyone's got high tops, but they don't have a trim?
Wait, let me just clarify quick. I'm so sorry to cut you off. So you couldn't have the plaits, but you can't have a level 1.
I'm going to explain
You can't have a fade.
I'm going to explain
They said that it has to be, in my school, it has to be all one level.
even.
Yeah.
Has to be
but
even.
in my school, the white boys
it
would
can't
have
be.
the little quiff thing,
we'll
like
go
Justin
through that.
Bieber.
We're going
And
to-
it's like, what?
We are going to go through that now. So I've got there now. Cool. Obviously, you know that awkward stage where like you have a high top, but you haven't had the haircut in ages. So it's like a box on your head.
Yeah.
Like, no fade. None.
Yeah.
So cool. Bare people that, because they used to get their hair cut on the holidays. So that's when they get
100%.
trimmed because they don't want to cut their hair off and they don't want to get in trouble for being at school.
Yeah.
So for the whole basic school term, most people won't have trims or they'll just get shape ups. See, when school time's finished now, everyone's getting all
Oh,
types
I remember that.
Everyone's all getting all types of haircuts and stuff. Cool. Now, this is the thing. I've got there, I've noticed. I'm seeing comb overs, I'm seeing fades. Gone. So why can he have it?
Right.
Oh, it's different. Different how? Oh, because his one looks smart. But what? I don't look smart like this. They go, no, you don't. I said, so what if I grow my hair out? Can I grow my hair out again? No, you look messy. Messy how? They went, you can't have your hair like I've gone, how? They're going, you just can't have your hair. That's the rules. If you don't like it, then leave. Like, they're on that type of vibe.
Yeah.
So cool. I've on my rebellious thing. I've got a little afro now. I come into school with a comb. The comb's a weapon. You can't use the comb. What do you mean? Like, the comb's a weapon. You can't use the comb. They would confiscate combs.
Your afro comb?
Yeah, they would confiscate combs.
A weapon.
So we're like, cool. I've gone
It
around
is a weapon,
now.
though. I can't lie. Not that it is a weapon, but it can be used for a weapon.
So I've gone around it now. So I've got the little sponge thing.
You know what was a weapon? What's that thing?
Protractor. That's what I was thinking of. So, no, my friend stabbed again. Like, I'm not even talking about my school, but yeah, that's a weapon.
Yeah,
that was definitely a weapon. That was definitely a weapon.
So I'll come in with a little sponge thing now. So well, obviously, you know how like the playground is, everyone's in their little corners. So there's just bare of us, but there's all of us. Majority of us are black, and there's one Hispanic boy. So cool. We're in our little group now. I've got me and like the twins.
Yeah.
Me and the twins have our little sponges.
Your sponge, yeah.
We're just there, whatever, like just sponging our hair and that.
Oh my God. That stage was hilarious. I can't lie. All of you used to walk around with sponges.
One woman
all
that was
time.
on break, one teacher, she's gone. She's watching me sponge my head. She's
intrigued. Yeah.
She went, how did you get your hair like that? And I went, like this.
With the sponge. No,
we just all started laughing because we know why she said it.
Yeah.
I said, like, if you do that, it makes our hair curl. She goes, oh. And she goes, do it again? Like, she's fascinated.
Yeah.
Then she's gone, like, she's touching my hair. Like,
and she didn't even ask you?
No, she's gone, oh. I've gone, yeah.
No, you're good. You had patience.
No,
and then she's gone, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so then, long story short now, yeah, there was just like that.
I used to
all
bug
of us. And then I got my
comments.
hair. And then I got my mum twisted my hair. They didn't know what to do because
the
my hair
twist.
wasn't long enough for it to be deemed as plaits.
Yeah.
So it was my twist
The little
was tiny.
ones, yeah.
So I remember when I came in now, them lot was like, "Oh, you're gonna get in trouble." I went, "Nah, I fucked up the game still. I fucked up the game still. What's this now?" So I'm coming now, yeah. And then like the head of the whole school, like he's got his doctorate, so you call him Dr. Patworth, innit? But he's mad small, white guy, glasses, bald head, innit? Cool. So he's walked now. He's on. Usually he stops people and he goes,
yeah.
He's seen me.
He's trying to figure it out.
I swear to you, my whole year went like time
They were
froze.
waiting for it.
Time froze, innit? Yeah.
They're like, what's going to be the
And he
decision?
looked, and he carried on. I swear to you, I heard everyone was gasping. They went, I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm rocking this until I'm leaving. I'm telling you. Ever since then, I had twists in my head till my left. I swear to you.
No, but it shouldn't take that much for you to figure out.
The teachers' comments were horrible. Like for me, I remember I went to school with my hair straight, and then my history teacher, who was my head of year in year 7, she was like, "Now this is acceptable."
Yes.
And it's just like, I don't think a lot of those teachers, or white teachers in particular, realize that their comments like that can really impact someone's self-esteem.
You as a person.
Especially when you're of colour. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, okay, so my school, I don't think it was conducive for them to even try give rules, just because the school was made up of what lived around, right? Yeah. So it's black people, black girls, Arabs. You can't really, like, there's just no rules that we're going to be able to stick. Does that make sense?
I've got another one.
So let me finish quick. You just couldn't do it. So it wasn't, and they didn't have rules on anything. It was just a real bad school, and I got there in the beginning anyway. They might have rules now, but you couldn't have the rules. But the thing is that used to affect the girls was that like you said, it's the teacher's comments and the microaggressions. You didn't have to tell me that I can't cut my hair or have to have my hair a certain way because there's no rule on it. But you definitely made it apparent that you have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And I remember I have an issue with people touching my hair in general. I've never been that type of person. My mum got me from young, like, you don't let anyone in your hair, all of that stuff. From primary school, if you touched my hair, we'd have beef. Like, it was a problem. So as soon as I got into secondary school, it was the same. Don't touch my hair. And I didn't speak up about a lot because I was a tiny girl. But if you touched my hair or if you gave me something wrong to eat, we're beefing, right? Because those are the only two things that I had an issue with. Yeah. That was it. When I tell you, there was one, I used to have my hair out on special occasions. Yes. Because that for me was like, oh, look at my hair. Do you get what I mean? Other than that, it's getting put up. Because that's how my mum knows. No one's going to touch her hair. She's not going to get pulled if she's walking in the corridor. She's not going to get attached to someone's bag or whatever the case may be, because I had a lot of hair. Yeah. We went out like to Fort Park, and I had my hair out, and I had 2 different trainers on of the same kind. But you know, like if you have 2 Air Forces, you got 1 blue, 1 red. That's what I did with my Air Maxes. And when I tell you, I was so happy and proud of my hair that day. And everyone was just like, oh, we didn't know you had curly hair. And I was like, you didn't know I had curly hair? Right, I really don't have my hair out. So let me have it out a little bit more, innit? Because I'm proud of it at those times. So I remember I used to wear it to school like a little bit. When I tell you, when I started wearing my hair to school, my form was like the art teacher. She was our form teacher. Went into school one time, and you know your hair's getting dirty. You know your hair's dirty. Other people that are black know your hair's dirty. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in that hairstyle. Yeah. She's come, and obviously every day my hair's getting a little bit bigger and a little bit poofier and a little bit more matted because it's getting dirty and I need to wash it. Yeah. This time I'm not washing my hair. She's come in the middle of the week. So say I was going to have the hairstyle for the rest of the week so I can wash my hair on the weekend, come in Monday, new style. Yeah. It's Wednesday and she's gone, oh, your hair wasn't that big yesterday. I said, of course, I know that. Yeah. Why are you telling me?
Why are you watching me?
Oh, but it just keeps getting bigger and she's pulling it. When I tell you, it's not even that like she's touching my hair, but it's like my hair is dirty and you're touching it. Yeah. Like I already have an issue. I'm already insecure about how my hair is right now. And you're touching it.
And then you're going to touch up everything else.
And you're the art teacher. Yeah. You've got paint all on your top. Like, why would you do that? And it's the first thing in the morning. I've got to now walk around the rest of the school day with the bit of my hair that you picked out.
Yeah, you're putting dirt in my hair as well. Yeah, no.
I was so mad. I was so mad. And I went home and I was like, Mum, she touched my hair. Mum said, your hair's dirty. Why? It's all oily. And like, why would she? And I said, I don't know. And the next day after that, oh, when it's getting bigger. When I tell you, I just said, no. She was walking towards me. I said, no. And I don't think anyone had seen me lash out until that point. I was like, no, don't come near me. And she was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And she walked back and she sat down. I said, nah, I'm not about to. Everyone in the class, white, black, blue, green, knows don't touch my hair. Yeah. Why do you think it's acceptable as a teacher?
Yeah, no, facts.
Like, I don't it's just certain things, just don't do it. You don't. We haven't, like, and the thing is, if that was a man, that's harassment. If it was a male teacher, you're harassing me. I haven't asked you to touch me. But because women, and I used to get on the street all the time. I remember I was walking into the shopping mall in Hammersmith, and a woman walked across the road, like, you know when someone spots you and they know you, so they've come to you. She spotted me from down the road and she was walking. I could see her. And I'm like, please don't come to me, please don't come to me, please. And she walked across the road. Oh, I just love your hair. And I was just like...
Oh, no.
Like I'm some zoo animal. Don't touch.
Like, was I in a cage? Is this... What did you... Why? Just why? And I swear to you, after that day when the teacher... That week, when I got my hair done, I didn't have my hair out again for the rest of secondary school. And it was like year 8. I did not have my hair out again. I was like, you know what? We ain't doing this.
What about the time the boy was putting pens in your hair?
That was in primary school.
Yeah.
There was no rules in my primary school here. But my mum used to do this thing with my hair. She used to bunch it. So I'd have like a ponytail, and then I'd have bush, and then ponytail, and then bush, and then ponytail, because my hair was really long. And that would be on the days when my mom just didn't have time to do my hair. And then boy I used to sit next to you. I made him my friends now, so it's calm. But like he didn't think anything of it. And he had pencils, and he'd push the pencils in my hair, and they'd get lost, obviously, because it's bush. He'd be like, oh my God, and they're just getting lost. I can't find it. Oh my God. And then he would shake it and they would all fall out either way. And he'd be like, oh. And he would just be pushing the pencils in my hair in lesson, you know. And do you know how much I used to get told off in primary school from talking? And little boy sitting there putting pencils in my hair.
Break time,
and he's not getting to mid-lesson, son. Mid-lesson. And I used to have ringlets.
That's taking the piss then.
I used to have ringlets, yeah. I used to have ringlets. And
did people pull them? That happened to me.
Worse than pulling them. One boy went to my hair, choo choo.
Oh
choo,
no!
Choo. I said, "Are you dumb? Like you're dumb. You must be dumb."
No.
He said choo choo.
He said choo choo, and he's pulling. And it's not even a thing, yeah. Like, you're actually hurting me.
I'm surprised.
It's attached to my scalp.
I was going to say, I'm surprised you didn't hit him. As you said choo-choo and your head's going like that. I'm surprised you didn't hit him still.
No, I used to get into fights. That's why I used to get into fights in primary school.
Okay, cool,
I used to beef. I remember one time that happened there. Because they used to do it to me and a mixed race girl. And they used to make fun of her. And they pulled her hair, like, around. We had the, office was in the middle, and they pulled her hair around the office because it's just like just pulling her hair, and everyone could see that they were doing it. And
who did?
No one. Teachers in the office is glass.
The teacher pulling her hair?
No, the kids. Like a set of boys was pulling her hair, running around the office, and teachers can see that they're pulling, and she's saying stop, and they're laughing, but because you can hear the laughter more than you can hear the stop. They're thinking they're playing. Yeah. Do you get what I mean?
Even
so no one said nothing.
I told them not to pull the child's hair.
No, I was very violent in primary school. I was very, very violent in primary school. I pulled one of the boys' hair because I said, we'll do the same thing then, innit? Yeah. And I pulled his hair and a pinch of his hair came out of my hand because obviously their hair is thinner than ours, isn't it? Yeah. So I've pulled him, but I've yanked his hair. Damn. And I've got his hair in my hand. When I tell you, he was screaming.
Good.
He was crying. I had so much trouble that day. And I was like, no, because you're not about to do it to other people and it not be done to you. No. It's just, don't touch. And I remember my hair's big when it's in an afro. I got so many stories. So sorry. But there was a girl in secondary school and she used to pull the top and ask me if I could feel it at the bottom. So she would say my afro is out. Yeah. She would pull this bit and be like, oh, can you feel it in your scalp? I'm like, duh.
Are you dumb?
It's still do you think just because it's at the end, it's not connected to the middle?
Oh.
Why would you do that?
In my school, yeah, I had my hair out again one time. This was before I got caught with it. And there was this woman, I think she was 1-to-1. She's like, is that a wig? I was like, no.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
It's my hair.
Yeah.
No, but what I find it even funnier when it is a wig or it is extensions and they think that you've changed your hair miraculously.
How'd you do that?
That cracks me up. In uni, yeah, I did my friend's hair. She had extensions, but bear in mind, she came to mine. She got her hair done, and the next day they've seen her, and everyone in her that shares a kitchen with her, they was like, "Oh my God, your hair grew!" And she was like,
"Jesus Christ, oh, is it? Oh yeah."
And she was like, "No, I just got extensions." And then they were like, "What's extensions?" And she was like, "It's not mine."
Do you think I can grow plaits overnight? Come on.
Bro, she came to my house with short little afro, bro. You came back with extensions touching your bum. What did you think she did? Is that?
I ain't got no magic beans.
It's not what we do.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing to me was when they see my hair in. What always used to happen with me, they never think my hair was real, was because they used to see my hair. Say you see my hair like this, or you see my hair in canos, and then the next day you see it and it's big.
Yeah.
And they're like, how did that small little hair situation become this big old? And I'm like, that's just what my hair does.
Yeah, no, for real.
That's what our hair does. It can do absolutely anything.
It's versatile.
And I don't know why you would ever not want to be a black girl. we could do anything. I could have my hair straight today and curly tomorrow. Like, who doesn't want that? But I understand that's why. They're so fascinated by it. But it's disrespectful. Be fascinated
from a distance.
Yeah, no, you know? Like, be fascinated from a distance. And even with those questions, yeah, I don't know when you were saying this, but a while ago you were saying they don't feel like there's anything wrong with them asking certain questions. They genuinely don't realize.
That was religion.
Yeah, but I'm saying that, like,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
It relates to everything.
How you look.
They'll ask questions and not think that there's any, like, you shouldn't be asking me whether my hair is real or not. Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, for real.
If you're wondering, keep it to yourself. Like, you don't have to ask me no questions. And I used to
they'll be surprised that your hair's long.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously to them, they only see, they don't really glamorize black people having long hair or straight hair. They just think every black person's hair is short and hard to pick.
Yeah. But the thing is that I feel like we also have to be more careful of, as a race, is what we say to each other. Because one thing that I did realize is, even though there wasn't specific race problems in my school, there were inter-race problems in my school. So it wouldn't be a white person or like someone else saying something to a black girl or to a black, like, someone else. It would be them saying something to each other.
Yeah.
And it's like,
with the Caribbean and the African wars in school.
No, not even the Caribbean and African wars. Just like,
trust me,
you shouldn't be calling,
well.
like, if you lot have got real problems,
I don't know.
Don't call your friend something.
Your school was friendly, bruv, because in most schools,
the Caribbean African
wars.
wars.
The thing. People used to be so confused on how my hair is straight, and I told them, and they went, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah." So they'll be like, "Are you part Indian?"
Yeah.
I'll be like, "Yeah, I am." They'll be like, "Is it?" Like, "Nah, yeah, I am." Because they generally used to think it. And obviously, only people from the Caribbean, or if they actually like go places or research it, they know that most places in the Caribbean, if not all, obviously people from the Caribbean can be any shade or color. Not a lot of people know that. So an Asian person could be in, I don't know, Trinidad, Guyana, or Jamaica, and have a child with someone, and then their child looks Asian, but they have the accent of wherever they're from.
100%.
And then the outside world is confused, but to us it's fine. Yeah, but to us it's fine. So, we used to always get that. Yeah. Especially with hair. With hair, everyone used to make jokes about the Nigerian boy or the Ghanaian boy having the tough hair and that.
Yeah, like, that shouldn't be a thing. Yeah. Because now, if a white person was to tell you that your head's nappy, you would hit the wall. It's offensive. Oh yeah. But you stay telling someone or telling your friend, "Oh, your hair's nappy," or "You got picky." Like, why? Like, it's just it doesn't make sense. Like, those things don't make any sense. And like, I understand, like, it's been used against us, so we use it to each other. But like, it's all forms of hate. Just because you and that person are the same color or are the same race, it's still hate. Doesn't matter, regardless of the case.
100%.
You shouldn't be using it. If you don't want someone to use it against you, don't use it against someone else. End of story. Because the amount of times I've had arguments with darker skinned girls than me, and they're telling me, "No, you can't be black. You can't be fully black because your hair is curly." Yeah, and I'm like, no, but I am.
Or they ask you what you're mixed with.
Yeah,
that's very, very
mixed with. And it's not even where are you from. The first question is, what are you mixed with?
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off. I find that more mad than a white person asking questions about our hair is when an actual black person asks that question. Because even obviously to me, from my knowledge, there can be African girls with straight hair. Yeah. And they can't.
100%. There's black people with blonde hair.
We can have anything. Like, we can literally 100%. Have anything.
That's why
and still be black.
No, but
like, we can have blue eyes
like
and we're still black. Like, right, exactly.
Obviously, they don't know. So.
But
my cousin's she's got ginger hair. Like, what? Like,
with freckles, and she's not mixed.
And she's not. She's black. Like, she's black. Yeah, and her hair is ginger, and she's got freckles. Like, it's just. We can have anything, and you stay shouting, well, we can't. And you know what? For me, it's like I said, you can't give and not risk. Like, that's hate. You're hating on yourself. Like, I would never understand how a black girl could tell me that. And I'm like, so you must think that you can't, like, that isn't you.
Yeah.
Like, you must think that it's not, you're not beautiful enough, or your race isn't beautiful enough to have a girl who got curly hair. No, I'm you. Like, I'm genuinely you. Like, and we're probably even from the same place too. Like, it's bad. Like, it is ridiculous.
It is. It is.
So we need to stop hating on ourselves so people can stop hating on us.
Love yourself.
I think that is the end of the episode. We didn't even say hi today. So hi.
Hi and bye.
Hi and bye.
To do my waves.
Oh my God. Bye, people.